In this recording, we will be completing step by step the chapter practice exercise for the payroll application. You can find this application in a compressed folder in D2L. Once you go to the Information Systems 4950 D2L shell, just go to the Content, and under the Contents, under Assignments, you should be able to find a module called Chapter Practice Exercises. All of these exercises, you will need to turn them in, but they will also be completed in video and or in the classroom. So let's go ahead and get started on the payroll exercise. First, notice that this web application is saved in a compressed folder in D2L. What you will need to do is go ahead and download this payroll compressed folder to a folder on your hard drive. So go ahead and click on that little down arrow to the right of the EX01 payroll web application folder and choose download. You will notice that it starts downloading in the lower left-hand corner of your computer. Once it's downloaded, you should be able to go ahead and open the folder, the downloaded folder, and you will want to extract it to a specified folder on your computer. You may want to keep it someplace on your desktop. Where I'm going to extract this to is a place on my hard drive under the C drive, Information Systems 4950, and I'm going to keep all of these in a folder called Exercises. Okay, so just showing you where on my computer I'm going to be extracting this web application. After having identified where I'm going to extract it, I'm going back to the compressed folder and go ahead and extract that. Just click on the Extract button. I will need to specify the place where I want the folder contents extracted to. So go ahead and click on the ellipsis. And as I just showed you, this is going to be on my local hard drive, C. Go ahead and click on that. Information Systems 4950 and Exercises. Once I've selected the folder to extract this to, click on OK and OK again. Once it's extracted, I can go ahead and close this window, and notice that on my local hard drive I now see a payroll folder that has been extracted. If I double click on this payroll folder, you will see that there are also subfolders and a payroll SLN file. This solution file is what we will be opening in Visual Studio that will open the entire web application. For now, I'm going to go back up a couple of levels to the exercises and move this window off the screen. The next step, if you haven't already installed Visual Studio 2015 Enterprise Edition to your computer, this would be the time to go ahead and accomplish that. In D2L, go ahead and click on the course home and notice that on the home page there's a link to Microsoft's Imagine website. From here you should be able to find by searching Visual Studio 2015 Enterprise and then follow their steps for going ahead and installing that on your computer. I've already done this, so I'm going to move my D2L off of the screen and I'm going to go ahead and open this Visual Studio 2015. I have it as an icon on my desktop. You may have to go to your Start menu to find it. I have it in both places on my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and open Visual Studio 2015. Although in the labs and in my office you see Visual Studio 2015 Professional, Professional is not available to students in Microsoft's Imagine. However, the Enterprise version actually gives you more capabilities than the Professional version, so I would recommend you go ahead and install the enterprise version on your own computer at home. Once you have Visual Studio open, there are a couple of things you want to check. First of all, up here at the top of your screen, you want to check the notifications. I do not have any notifications of any updates that need to be installed, so it tells me that there's no notifications. I can go ahead and close that. If you have notifications of updates to install, I recommend that you go ahead and install those. Next, if you haven't already set your web development settings for Visual Studio, I recommend you go ahead and do that. In the Tools pull-down menu, go down to the option that says Import and Export Settings. Then choose the option that says Reset All Settings. Click on Next. The next screen asks if you want to save current settings. Say no, just reset my settings, overwriting my current settings, and click on Next. Then you will get to the Import and Export Settings wizard page where you can choose your default collection of settings. You want to choose the web development settings. It's the second to the last option in this list. Once you have web development selected, go ahead and click on Finish. Now it says that the reset is complete. Go ahead and click on Close. You will only need to reset these settings one time. From this point forward, the web development settings should go ahead and be your default. So this concludes what you need to do at the very beginning to go ahead and get the Payroll web application downloaded to your computer and to get Visual Studio open, installed, updates installed, and also verify that you have your web development settings updated for your version of Visual Studio. The next step, we will actually go through the Payroll application.